What's good, people? So you already know what day it is. It's Sumi Sundays. So my question today is, why can't we have um, constructive dialogue without belittling one another and trying to tear each other down in order to have a conversation? Like, why can't we just have a healthy conversation without trying to belittle someone else or trying to, you know, basically discredit them because they might have different views than you? And that's the thing. Everybody's not gonna have the same views as you. And I think one problem, especially some black people do, I can't say all, I can't even say most, but a good amount of black people do is if you don't have certain views, you just automatically considered like a traitor or like a coon or you against your people just because you don't have a certain set of, beliefs or views that people just think all black people universally need to have. Like, you don't all have to have these same views. Like, if you're a Republican, then clearly you don't care about your people, or different stuff like that. Like, just different things that black people don't do that. And it's like, why are we holding this stigma towards like all black people have to be in this one thing? Because, like, in all honesty, Republicans or Democrats, neither one of them care about us in general. So having this stigma that, you gotta be on this certain side of the fence when neither side cares about you in general is ridiculous. But I say all this to go back to this meme I saw um, the other day, and it was saying this is how an older one black woman shows she cares about you, or this is how the older woman flirts with you. And it was a picture of like a plate of like soul food dinner, and it was like fried chicken, um, ribs, barbecue ribs, macaroni and cheese, things like some green beans, cornbread, and I think that was it on the plate if I remember correct. Oh, and like sweet potatoes. And one of the guys was joking about, is she trying to does she got like a life insurance policy on me? Is she trying to like take me out and clog my arteries? And and then stuff like that. People and then some people, saying it's good and all that. I mean, yeah, the food is good, obviously. But my thing was I had commented on the photo and I said that I've been thinking about this a lot, which I have, because I just been reflecting on, especially like macaroni stuff. Like macaroni is kind of terrible for you. So I was just like, I've been reflecting on this, and I feel like we should probably try to cut back on the amount we eat it, like consume this type of food. Which that's all I said. I didn't say nothing was wrong with the food. I didn't say the food was bad. All I said was we probably need to cut back because the food is unhealthy. Most soul food that people cook isn't that healthy. I mean, fried chicken clearly isn't healthy, and ribs aren't really that good for you, especially barbecue with slathered in barbecue sauce. And then most sweet potatoes usually aren't good for you either because the way they are cooked. Now, I'm not in general, sweet potatoes are good for you, but most of the time they're gonna be like candy yams. It's gonna be like a stick of butter on them and a bunch of sugar. That's usually just how they're made. That's how soul food is usually made. Now, not everybody makes it like that, but majority people do. So people was literally getting on me saying this food can be health good for you. What are you talking about? Why are you trying to belittle your culture, your food culture, and all, the history of your people, and that's all we had to eat, and all this stuff like that. And it's like I never said none of that. Like I never said that. I never even said the food wasn't good. All I said was the food isn't good for you, especially the way it's prepared. That's what I'm saying. If you want to prepare it a different way and you know, and make it more healthy, that's fine. You could do that. But based on the post that they had, none of that food was healthy. The only thing that was healthy on that plate was green beans and maybe the cornbread. That was about it. Like the sweet potatoes was glazed. Like I said, they had fried chicken, ribs, and macaroni. Like none of that is healthy. And so people, especially one lady, she literally was trying to argue with me about how this is like a balanced diet, and this is a good meal for you. And the main thing she kept trying to argue is the yams, but the problem was the yams were glazed, and then she was trying to explain how she glazed her yams, and at the same time I think she was African, but she was trying to explain African American culture, and it's like there there's somewhat of a disconnect there. You know what I mean? So she was trying to tell me not to to disassociate myself or try to degrade my culture because I said we should probably eat this food less. I never said nothing was even wrong with eating the food, here and there, because it's delicious. Obviously, it's delicious. I fucking love the food. I'm not gonna lie to nobody, but my problem was is that she tried to act like I was belittling our people because I said, we might probably should cut back and eat it less. That's all I said. And then her argument was trying to prove a point like basically I eat unhealthy and that you trying to degrade your people's food, but you probably eat burgers and pizza and stuff like that. And I and tacos and different stuff. And my response was, I don't eat none of that type of food. So I don't think none of that food is good for you. I'm not about to just sit here and try to argue how soul food's not good for you, but then sit up here and try to promote like burgers. And no, that's not what I'm doing. Some people might do that, but that's not what I'm trying to do. And she was stuck on trying to push that agenda. That's what my narrative was when it wasn't. I was just saying I want y'all to be healthier and eat better, because I told her like my diet, what I try to do is eat like baked foods, some vegetables and rice. That's what my diet usually kind of, I try to consist of that on a majority of the time. Granted, I don't stick to that all the time, but that's what my preference is when I try to eat. I try to stick to like fresh, grilled or like baked foods and stuff like that. Now, granted, I do eat soul food sometime. I eat unhealthy. I'm not gonna act like I just eat healthy every single day. No, I'm not about to lie to nobody. All I said was we need to cut back. Even if I didn't personally eat healthier, you still, if I said I need to cut back, that means maybe I'm working on it. So regardless, my point was we all need to cut back. I want to see y'all all be healthy, and I want to see y'all all live a long time. And like somebody was trying to post about how our ancestors survived all this and they lived to be like 90, 100 years old. And it's like, I don't know if you got all the facts with that. But my point was, I want to see y'all live to be 90 to 100 years old by eating better. You know what I mean? And I feel like most of the people who did live to be 80, 90 years old didn't eat that on a consistent basis. Some did. I mean, you got anomalies for everything. You got people who smoke who like 100 and some years old. But my point is, eating healthier can help you live longer and sustain a healthier lifestyle. And so that's what my problem was, that we can't always have a constructive conversation without somebody trying to belittle the other person. Like I never once said soul food was the terrible. I never tried to say how the food was like, or I never said anything bad about the food personally as far as trying to, talk down on it. All I said was we probably need to cut back because the way it's made is usually unhealthy. That's all I said. And they literally was trying to, go down my throat. Like I literally said, this food is trash. Why you eating this garbage? Stuff like that. And then my other point is like, so what if I was Muslim? So now you gonna get on me because I don't eat this type of food? Because I know, Muslims definitely don't eat pork and stuff. And I'm not fully sure on their full diet, but I'm pretty sure they don't eat a lot of that type, like a soul food type of food. So like if I'm Muslim and I don't believe in this and that's against my beliefs and what I want, so now you gonna try to belittle me and try to act like I'm against my people because I'm trying to eat healthier and live by, my beliefs. So that's the other thing. You got to stop trying to be out here on some, well, if you don't, so you ain't for this, then you ain't for us. Or it's like that. Maybe I just don't feel a certain way about certain stuff. And so it's like, let people have the freedom to feel however they want to feel. Now, granted, if they clearly just doing something that's against your people or your culture, yes, you need to get on them and address that. But just because somebody may not feel exactly how you feel doesn't mean they not for their people or their culture. So you got to really reflect and understand that person. That's why you need to have a conversation with that person instead of just trying to attack them. That's what I was trying to get at. Stop attacking people just because they may not feel the same way as you. That's all I want to, talk about. So let me know what y'all think about the food thing though, because I think that, honestly, we should be more cautious of, our intake and how much we eat in certain types of food. Now, if you think I'm wrong and you agree with her and you think I'm bashing the culture, I'm not for the people, I'm not for the culture because I said we should try to eat healthier and not eat as much soul food, let me know because I'm just speaking my opinion. And I mean, if you ask any like nutritionists, they're probably gonna tell you the same thing. But let me know what y'all think. If y'all disagree and y'all think she right, please tell me. Put me in check. Put me in my place. If y'all disagree, but that was just my thoughts on it. And if y'all do agree, also tell me that. Tell me how y'all feel about this situation because I just didn't like her approach, and I didn't like how she was trying to put words in my mouth and make assumptions about me when she knew nothing about me and she never even met me because this was all over like Instagram. We had this conversation. So let me know what y'all think, and that was just my 2 cents on it. And also, someone had commented and said, a lot of people only eat this during the holidays and stuff like that. And I get what they trying to say, but I also disagree because you got to think, especially in the hood and stuff like that. The most like thriving black-owned restaurants is usually soul food restaurants. So clearly, people not just eating that on the holidays because these soul food restaurants wouldn't be the staples of our communities if we only ate it on the holidays. So keep that in mind also. So we ain't just eating this on the holidays. Don't be trying to. People might only cook it on the holidays, but we ain't only just eating it on the holidays. So that's all I was saying. Keep that in mind and just try to be. I just want y'all to be healthier and eat healthier. You know what I mean? I'm not saying nothing's wrong with. Everybody needs to enjoy. You know, some what's like what do you call it? I guess like guilty pleasures every now and then. We need to indulge. Enjoy ourselves. But I guess on a consistent basis, we shouldn't be eating this like every week. That's all I was saying. And I was saying, you shouldn't eat any of that. You shouldn't be eating burgers every week. You shouldn't be eating pizza every. Like we should kind of monetize our consumption on stuff and try to, just eat Try to eat healthy maybe like throughout the weekdays, and then maybe on like the weekends you have like some cheat days. Stuff like that. But anyways, like I said, I just wanted to see y'all. I want to see y'all be great. That's what I stand for. That's what the whole brand is about. It's supporting our people and seeing everybody succeed because, it's sue me, I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's literally what it is. Sue me, I'm rooting for everybody that's black. So, let me know what y'all think, though. I really want y'all opinions on this because this lady really basically tried to say I'm against my people and my culture, and I'm trying to belittle them because I said that we should eat less soul food on a regular basis. Please give me your opinions. All right, it's one love out here. Sue me.com. Sue me. One love.